Meteorologist Danielle Noyce here with your weekend edition for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. A storm-free Saturday, warm to hot still, but the humidity is lower. We'll get some late day thunder that comes back into the mix for our Sunday. Localized flooding potential in spots. I'll let you know where. And fluctuating humidity ahead. Yes, it's lower for our Saturday, but it goes up briefly later Sunday into Sunday night before it lowers again, then comes back for part of next week. So the 14-day feels like forecast for the next 2 weeks is updated every day in our membership. It doesn't matter which membership level you sign up for. We've got 4 levels to choose from to help support our independent mission, Fuel the Forecast, the Inside Track, which is our podcast. We haven't done one in a while. We're still getting it set up in our new studio. Our podcast is called Talking Up a Storm. So that's that level. 1 Degree Outside enthusiasts for golf, beach, boating, and our championship level as well. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. Here's the setup this weekend. We've got a ridge of high pressure that's building down to our south. Look at the green on the map. Not a whole lot of it today. There may be a northern Maine shower or thunderstorm this afternoon right along the Canadian border. And then for our Sunday, expect more in the way of clouds. There's going to be a warm front coming in, and that brings a surge of humidity later in the day. But you notice the morning, the midday, the early afternoon is dry. Outdoor plans are fine. It is going to be another warm to hot day. But then by late afternoon and evening, we punch into that warm sector. There'll be scattered showers and storms. A few of them could be on the strong to severe side Sunday evening into the overnight. And then that front is offshore on Monday with drier air returning. Could be a shower in the mountains or a sprinkle, but that's it. Sunshine returning. Next wave of low pressure down to our south may skirt the south coast with a shower later on Tuesday. So we'll keep you posted on that. I know we could use some rainfall, not a whole lot in the forecast for our Saturday. We're talking highs either side of 90 in southern New England. The wind light enough that we may hit these numbers at the coast, and then a local sea breeze is going to kick in today. 80s along the south coast, 80s on Cape Cod as well, 80s all the way to the Canadian border, 50s and 60s for our Saturday night with the wind out of the west, generally light. Sunday, either side of 90. When you factor in the humidity, late in the day, you'll notice it ticks up a bit. So you can add a degree or two to these temperatures. But overall, low, mid-90s is what it will feel like at the hottest time of the day. 80s in far northern New England. Sunday will be a breezier day. That wind out of the southwest out ahead of the cold front, 10 to 20 miles per hour. So let's time out the threat for storms. That's what you want to know, right? Sunday morning, quiet. Notice we rise quickly through the 70s and 80s to the lower 90s. Lunchtime, we're just fine. There will be some storms in upstate New York, and some of these will start to sneak into Vermont and the Berkshires by mid to late afternoon on Sunday. And we'll keep you posted on the timing, of course. That said, Vermont and parts of northern New England have had a decent amount of rainfall in some of the thunderstorms. So localized flooding will be possible, particularly in central and northern Vermont and New Hampshire by the time we get to Sunday evening and night with these showers and storms pushing through. Notice for a lot of the rest of us, particularly the farther east you go, it is a mainly dry day on Sunday. Late day, we get into a chance of a shower or storm, some deeper yellows in here, some reds. So an isolated strong to severe cell will sweep through, but kind of weaken as it comes east, which is unfortunate because we are in severe drought in southern Maine, southeast New Hampshire, into all of eastern Massachusetts, and also eastern Rhode Island. So we could use some rain, but there's not going to be a whole lot. And you're going to see this when I play things through. It's very varied in terms of how much rain we are going to get. The highest totals will be focused in northwestern New England, where we may get a half an inch to an inch of rain. Of course, in any localized thunderstorms, we may pick up a little bit more of that. And you're seeing that kind of highlighted here in northwestern Maine. But the farther south and east you come, it's maybe a few tenths, less than that, a few hundredths in spots. So it's not really a good soaking rain that we need. Nonetheless, if you have outdoor plans, you want to keep our app handy on Sunday. Make sure your location and alerts are turned on. On the water, great for boating. Wave action's only like 1 to 2 feet. Saturday, even offshore, like Wilkinson Basin to the northern flank, 2, 3, 4 footers, that's it. Sunday included in that too. 1 to 2 foot seas close to the coastline. Saturday's the sea breeze, Sunday's the southwest breeze, and then on Monday we do kick up the seas a little bit, particularly offshore, some 4 to 6 foot seas from Deer Island to Jordan Basin, and some 5 to 6 foot seas off the coastline. Closer to shore, it's more like a 2 to 3 foot sea by the time we get to Monday morning. Otherwise, the dew point I want to show you hourly here stays in check for a lot of us for our Saturday. It's a touch humid in northern and eastern Maine. Drier air works in. Sunday morning, it's feeling dry in terms of what it feels like. But the humidity And the dew point measures the amount of moisture. So when it climbs up into the 60s, you start to feel it, right? It's muggy. And that will be the case Sunday evening into the overnight before, woo, look at that. Nice dry air comes in behind the front Sunday night into Monday morning with a fresh new air mass coming in. And that will also promote slightly cooler temperatures on Monday, generally running in the 70s in northern and western New England, and about 80 to 85 the farther south and east you come. So track it all, of course, with our app. And you can always watch our 24/7 streaming network online at onedegreeoutside.live at the top of the home screen of our app, or if you want to watch on TV, you can open up the YouTube app and search 1 Degree Outside Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside weather.